Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play with AK, featuring me, your host Akukami. In this StarCraft 2 episode, we'll be taking a look at a game I played on ladder. This is going to be a TVT matchup on Tal'Darim Altar. Starting off in the 4 o'clock position is me, spawning as the blue Terran player. Meanwhile, my opponent, WillYueyang, has spawned as the red Terran player in the 7 o'clock position. I haven't been posting any videos lately because, well, my recording device and my recording software, I don't know what happened to them, and they were just being really nutty, and I actually had to physically remove my capture card in my computer and actually put it back and figure out if there's something wrong with my computer. And yeah, I couldn't find anything, but when I uninstalled and reinstalled the drivers for the capture device, it all of a sudden started working. So I don't know what happened there. Well, anyways, going to be starting off with this wall up here at the front of my entrance to my main. Going to be going for this 10 depot, 12 racks, and another supply depot right here to complete the wall off. Meanwhile, my opponent also has the same idea. Will be positioning his wall a little bit outside here in this front area, sending out 2 SCVs. Don't know why, but I guess he wanted to get some immediate scouting. But anyways, going to be throwing down my racks right here in this location. Meanwhile, my opponent is doing the same thing, and it's pretty much the same opening. Now, this is something I found interesting. I saw that my opponent saw that I was here, and all of a sudden he just turned around. I just happened to be looking in this area when he was there, and he just turned around. And for some reason, I thought that, something's funny going on. He had the opportunity to come into my base, and why didn't he do so? Well, anyways, we're going to be seeing here that he's going to be coming out with a wall of his own, and he's rallying both of his SCVs into this location. I wonder why. At this point, I had an idea of what was going on, and as you can see right here, putting down proxy racks near the edge of my base. Going to be lifting these off when they build and placing them right here, hoping to possibly catch me off guard and just hide his marines here. And when he has like 8 marines, just come into this location and start wrecking havoc on my mineral line right there. Anyways, I do suspect something is going on, but anyways, I just continue on with my build. Going to be putting down an early expansion in that location, as I don't have any gas back at my base. And meanwhile, my opponent is just continuing to build these racks, and we'll be upgrading to an orbital right here. And look at this. I do spot that there is, as we take a look at my vision, I do spot that the racks were there, and just as I figured, my opponent did have racks that were building in this location, and I couldn't wait to see what happened after that, because even though I knew that it was coming in this location, I always put my racks here on Tal'Darim, just to avoid any shenanigans like that, or in this case to hide my tech. What I was going for was actually just to spot this location, because I had a suspicion that my opponent will be building racks here, and in this case I was right. Now, harassing that CV that was building that bunker, going to be getting not too much scouting done, as there are marines in the front of his base, and I will just retreat out with my SCV, no reason to lose it. Building a bunker at the front of my natural, also finishing up this command center or upgrading it into an orbital. No gas yet, because I just want to load up on marines, and just in case he does decide to push out with a marine heavy force, maybe some stim marines, a handful of them, and just try to push up into this location or this location, as I do have 2 marines in here, probably waiting for Reapers if he decided to continue on with some kind of early harass. As you can see here, finally taking my 2 gas in my main, going to be saturating that quickly, and just continuing to macro up. Back at my opponent's base also has gas mining in here, as he will be throwing down a factory, probably going for some I don't know, maybe tech to medevacs or something. But in this case, he actually goes for an expansion of his own, figures that he's probably behind, and decided to go for an expansion and hopefully play catch up with me. I don't think he knows that I have an expansion here in this location. As we take a look at his vision, yes, I don't think he knew that there was an expansion there, so it's just a uh, blind expansion that maybe he realized that he was behind, so he decided uh, to build an expansion just to catch up in economy. Scanning in this location just to see what I have, and he does see that I do have my natural up and running here, as I do send some marines out in this location, building a factory and another racks for a total of 4 racks. Something I've been experimenting with, going 4 racks, another racks before my before I build my starport, and just taking a look at how this will affect my play and whatnot, and just trying out some new builds and just seeing what I can do with that. Meanwhile, setting out a group of marines to start taking down these destructible rocks, as I do want to expand in that location sometime in the near future. My opponent will actually be putting down a tech lab here and another. Oh, I actually also had another tech lab right here with a reactor building, going for probably some heavy marines, as he does have his first tank out. Going to be upgrading his command center to his orbital, as he will be moving some SCVs into this location. I assume, at least that's what I think he's doing. Going to be coming out with that siege tech, as we take a look back at my base. Going also for siege tech, as I do have tank building. Continuing to stream out marines, as I do have stim on the way here in this location. Built a starport, going to be throwing down a reactor. Now the reason why I didn't put some. I didn't immediately like hot swap this reactor and a with this starport was I wanted to go for tanks in case my opponent would be coming out with that heavy marine pressure. At least I have some tanks that will thwart off his attack and whatnot, and I would be pretty safe just to do whatever I want actually. So deciding to forego those medevacs and having them come out late as I continue to macro up. A missile turret in this location, probably useless at this point, but you know, just for the future. Anyways, my opponent will be coming out with a starport of his own, going for a reactor and a starport, probably going to be coming out with those medevacs, as I do send the marine in this location just to spot for any kind of aggression from this location, as I did manage to take down these destructible rocks. And my opponent will actually be coming in this location checking for an expansion or some hidden tech here, I don't know.